Hello and welcome back to the glorious Gnomes. So, for this time, I'm thinking that we want to be aiming for the Shadow Druids and Gullikin. They're kind of our two obvious next spots, because Gullikin basically blocks off Am from being able to expand up towards us in this particular manner, as in they can't go round Gullikin and round this way, which would be good. And actually, overall for Am, it's probably our goal to control the whole border with them, although this is all monster controlled. In fact, this one has two monsters in it, as goblins and a green dragon, so it's probably quite well defended, this little border. I'm just seeing it. How far along would we have to go? We'd have to go all the way to Quarrelshy here, where there's some more gnomes. And we'd kind of like them under our control. Oh, is that a goblin? It is a goblin. Ah, fantastic. Right. So we kind of want to control that. Even if we're wanting to expand up along the coast, that seems useful. And then the Shadow Druids give us a way to not directly attack Baldur's Gate. Because, I mean, we could, but our strength is still not at their level. I mean, even if we look at it, if we had max strength, we're looking like, maybe 1,200 troops maybe, something like that. It's not really going to work. Also, we really want to wait till this recently conquered penalty is away before we attack anyone. Because, well, we want to be strong enough to, we want to have the troops from here when we attack the next person. So that's a plan. The next thing is, we do have an unlanded son who's a bit unhappy that he doesn't have any land. We could potentially give him one of these two bits of land that we just got. The negative is obviously that we're able to hold 5. So, if we're able to hold 5, why are we giving 1 away, right? Because we only have 3 right now. So I guess we probably want to hold on to it, although we are going to lose prestige for that, I believe. Yeah, but it's not a lot of prestige, and we're still gaining per month, so I might be okay with that. We have a de jure ducal claim because we are now a duke, so we can declare war on Cloakwood. However, here's the thing about declaring war on Cloakwood. The de jure ducal claim does not exist because they're monsters, so we can only do the monster war. So, that's something we could consider once we have more troops and we're ready to try something out. We need to set a crown focus because we are a petty king. I don't know if dukes get to set it by default or whether it's just petty kings. Anyway, that's fine. We are going to set our crown focus to be our capital over here in the Friendly Arm Inn because we want it to be prospering, and right now there is no modifier, so this currently works out. Candlekeep, we could upgrade it, but we need a lot more money than we currently have. How much do we need? Like 400. So we're looking at very high numbers to actually hold on to that. And then we need a new commander, and a new commander is going to be... We don't really have any good options. I wonder if anybody's willing to join our court. So we'll go join court, yes. Looking for men. Looking for all. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we got this gnome called Paldro. We'll invite him to court. That seems like a very good gnome. I think you could also join. You are a genius, so that'll probably work. And that'll do for us for just now. Paldro Trundlepickle. What a name. Right, so that's that one. And then we can unpause. Yeah. Your court physician, Kelman, has gained widespread reputation after having worked in your court. He is now considered a renowned physician. Fantastic. So what that does is it basically gives them some extra stats, which is all very, very good. There's not really any negative there. Ah, fantastic. Paldro has joined our court, so we shall give him the commander title, because he's a very good commander. Easy enough. And then we've got Tesia has also joined our court. Let's see. So we could probably replace this guy right now with Tesia, because that now means that we have some reasonable commanders. So not the best you've ever seen, but they're reasonable. The Baldurian War to make Duke Osmadi of the Shadow Druids pay tribute. Now that's incredibly interesting. Now, we could border dispute, but we don't have enough money. So I think actually... it looks like the Shadow Druids are going the way of Baldur's Gate, which is unfortunate, but there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. I've invited people in my court to take part in a war game, in which we practice defending our land from invading enemies. We'll use wooden models to represent invading armies, and I shall have to use my clever tactics to defeat my opponent. Yeah, this'll be fun. Why not? We assign tasks for the war game. We decide that Kelman will defend with me, while Bilo will be leading the invading forces. At the beginning of the wargame, your enemy decides to do a strong frontal assault towards your center flank. So we can try and strengthen that, or slowly withdraw forces in the center. Let's strengthen it. The enemy forces of Below are keeping up the pressure on the centre. Will a group of enemy cavalry show up behind your line? Kelman suggests that we should make sure the centre flank is reinforced. Okay, sure. As we were unable to stand up to the cavalry, our opponent had free rein to charge our centre. With our forces split up, we were quickly defeated. Well, that's not good at all. Now, it was suggested, talking about Below, that we could potentially take this for ourselves, as in we could potentially take High Hedge, and we would need to revoke a title. However, just want to throw this out here, we don't have the title revocation law. So, what do we need for the title revocation law? We could make it allowed. We can just say it is allowed. What other negatives do we get for doing it? Let's have a look. So, revoke title. We would lose 25 prestige, that's fine. This will lower his opinion of me. Well, that's also fine. And your other vassals by 15%. How many other vassals do we have? Or not by 15%, by 15. So that would mean this guy would be unhappy at us, which is okay. It would also mean that this guy's unhappy with us and this guy's unhappy with us. But they'd all still be positive in terms of their opinion. And the reason we would do this is because this is actually quite a good thing here. It gives you 8.46 tax instead of the tax that we're getting from this guy right here. We're only getting 2.2, right? We're not getting a huge amount of his income. I think we could take that. Yeah, we could definitely take that. Oh, we also have marauding pirates here, which is a little bit unfortunate. I like that suggestion. I've been thinking it over in my head. We're going to turn that on, and then we are going to take it. So Below, I would like to revoke your title. He's going to say maybe, which means no. So what you do is you raise up all your troops, move them on top of Candlekeep. The Shadow Druids are now the tributary of Baldur's Gate, unsurprisingly. So what we do is we turn up to this guy Below's front door with our army already here, and we say, hey, will you give us that title? We're asking really nicely. And then he says, no. Oh no, he said yes, because we had a huge army in front of his house. Well, that works. So we now hold that directly. So that's one of our 5 here, which is fantastic. Now, if we go Chancellor, we can choose a new one. It could be Tezia, but it could also just be my son again, because he'll vote with me. Not that voting matters, because we don't actually have any council power right now. So we just choose what the laws are. But if we ever needed to vote, then we could do that. What are we going to do with Mergy now? Mergy could improve relations, could fabricate claims. Do we have a reason to declare war on Gullican? No, apart from extort tributary. I think I might get you to fabricate claims on Gullican. Just start working that through. See how that goes. Right. Unpause, let it go on a little bit longer. But now our max number of troops is 1,683. And that's not including this whole lot here, which we will find out. Wait a second, is that not this year? That's already passed, right? The expired date. Yeah, it has. Alright. Well, at the end of the month, we should see how many troops we actually have then. Yeah, so how many do we actually have? So we have 2,000, which is not a bad number. Throughout the day, you've caught yourself grinding your teeth and being unable to focus on anything for long. Suddenly you realise why you've been in such a bad mood all day. You just can't seem to abide having lazy people in your presence anymore. Well, this is our son-in-law, and he's lazy. We're going to tell him to be less lazy. We're going to hopefully turn his life around. And... no, he stayed lazy. Okay, he's also a monk, which is interesting. So now we're making a lot more money. How much money we're making? 6 a month, which is reasonable. The peasants of Coastway are quite far apart and spread out. Your spy master, Tyax, suggests investing in a provincial messenger system so they can communicate with their kin more easily. He claims that doing so would attract more peasants to the county. So we can say yes. So that means that we get, for 2 years, a supply limit increase, and we get some prestige. Or we say it's better spent elsewhere. We also get the prosperity increase, which could potentially be worthwhile. Yeah, it doesn't cost that much money. Let's do it. Yeah, that's okay. Did that actually give us... it didn't give us the next level of prosperity, but we'll probably be getting there. Where did Below go? He left for somewhere else. That's okay. Right. This is my son, Grajan. I'm looking at these stats here. They're all really good, but that's because he's smart. I think I want to shore up his marshal a little bit. I'm going to go for a struggle education. Yeah, try and get him some good, generally good stats across the board. Okay, we have a smart granddaughter. Fantastic news. Ooh, what's happening up here? I think these guys just expanded down south. Also, I just noticed that Baldur's Gate controls all of that, which is interesting. We're kind of in between a rock and a hard place now, between Baldur's Gate and Am, but Gullykins are way out. I suppose we could try attacking Cloakwood as well, but I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go. My son has food poisoning. Oh no. Well, hopefully it gets better. What tech can we improve? We can improve our economy. Okay, I'm going to go for castle infrastructure. It doesn't really matter at this point. Oh, we can also improve our military as well. Here, what are most of our troops? Let's just have a look here. I'm just going to raise up a random selection. So our troops are, for the most part, heavy and light infantry. That seems fair. Right, so we'll do a quick disband of all of them. So, because they're heavy and light infantry, we would want to improve infantry. Perfect. I mean, we could go military organization and try and get ourselves a retinue. But our retinue is going to be so small anyway, it's just not going to be worth the time or effort or money or any of that sort of stuff right now. So, we'll hold off. Ooh, I can make my commander unyielding. Sure, let's do that. So he's got the trait that we have. So, all of that will be great. If we can get all of our commanders that trait, it'll be fantastic. How many troops do we have available to us now? 1.6. Okay, cool. Just gotta wait for a little bit of reinforcement. Are we fully reinforced here? Pretty much. What I might do is switch you over to getting us some troops reinforcing here, because this one's got a lot more to reinforce. And it still has a negative on it, so we'll go with that. Our granddaughter, let's give her a thrift education, sure. That seems good. Right. Baldur's Gate inherited a new title. Not really a huge deal there. They're also building a ton of trade posts. Whoa! That's a huge number of troops to throw against us. It's really not on. Okay, so I'm going to raise up as many as we can. So how many do we have? We have 700. Because we can't raise up the ones in Candlekeep. I mean, we can. We just can't raise them up to there. How many are there? 900. Okay, okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We're going to get screwed. Slow down the game, slow down. So they attacked us. We're getting destroyed. Retreat here? Yeah, retreat. Yeah, I think that's the plan. So we deliberately take a loss in order to take less troop losses. Wait, where are you going? Oh, so one was able to retreat, but because we had two armies there, one isn't. One's having to do a full shattered retreat. Alright, we'll try and stay here long enough to get this army in. It's unfortunate. Right. So you have to do a full shattered retreat. If I was to buy some mercenaries, where are they going to appear? Not those ones. These ones. Where would you appear? They should appear nearby. So they should appear in Beregost or Candlekeep. We'd have just enough money to keep them for 3 months. Actually, we'd be able to afford them full time. No, we wouldn't, because we currently have our troops raised. Alright, I'm going to raise you up. They appeared in the wrong one. That's fine. We'll move over to that one. Make sure we have our best leaders. Cool. Paldro, Harry, and Tesia. So we'll move over. Although we might also want to lead. What's our option here? Oh, right. Oh, look at that. He has 38 martial. Alright, never mind. We might not need to. I was thinking we could also lead, because if we lead, it increases our morale by 10%. I also want to let our morale tick up a little bit before attacking. Okay, we'll hold off for a second or two. How long are we able to afford this for? Probably not very long. Yeah, but I want our morale to tick up to at least half. Let's see here. I think we'd win the fight. How much are we losing? We're losing 3. So actually we can hold this for another couple months. Although I don't really want to be here. Because there's now a disease here. There's now consumption. So get out of that one. Okay. See, I want this to be fully up to as much as we can get it to. Yeah, okay, attack. So now we're attacking in. We have less troops. However, our leader in the center is insane. You know what we should also do here? We should reorganize the armies to give him a little bit more of each of the sides as well. Because he is insane. You got me a claim? I can't afford it, so let it go for just now. Okay. Slow it right down. And... oh, also... disband those troops, because there's no point having them here. There's so little that it's not even worth bringing them back. Right, so our center unit is so much stronger than their center unit. Obviously, our sides are garbage, right? Both of our sides are going to lose. But what we're hoping is that our center crushes their center before that becomes an issue. So you see, look at their center morale. It's dropping heavily. I mean, our side is dropping on that side. This side's still holding on thanks to our unyielding and the fact that we give extra morale. But their center has already fallen. So now, because this one's held on long enough, we're getting a flanking bonus against the right. So even for a second or two, this one then turned onto our center. Our center instantly destroyed them. And now we get the right. Cool. And now we've won. Because it's a revolt, their entire army should disappear in one battle. Fantastic. Offer peace and force demands. Cool. So we just about survived that one. There is consumption in our lands, which is very unfortunate because we're probably going to have to hide away and shut the gates. I might wait till it actually appears in the coastway to do that. Although it's not really the best way to handle things, but I might do that. You know what? Actually, it's on every province around us, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. I think I might shut the gates, just for just now. There we go. We survived, though. That's a positive. We are alive. After spending lots of time with few people, you're being positively surprised by Urbis. During this difficult time, you've gotten to know and understand him well. In many ways, he compliments you nicely, and you have a good time together. Ah, Urbis is our friend. Well, that's good to know. I've gained a friend. Who died? Oh, it's somebody in Am, I think. Okay, doesn't matter. Through stage war games and large-scale exercises, I feel confident I can master one of the main military disciplines. So Lightfoot leader, heavy infantry leader, or cavalry leader. Heavy infantry seems good. We have a lot of heavy infantry, and they're good troops, so getting them to be better seems like a good idea. Okay. I don't know if the disease is actually going to hit the coastway, but that's okay. We'll hold on. Yeah, it's just some more random people dying. I think there is people dying to the consumption, probably. There's a war for the coast of Roaring Shore on the Orc. So, they're continuing up the coast. But there's not a lot we can do about that. Because we're currently hiding. There's consumption in our lands. So we now have disease in our lands. So, yeah, we basically just need to chill out. Which is good, because that's what we needed to do anyway. Because we need to let our troops reinforce. So, we'll continue holding on. Life in seclusion isn't so bad. After finishing a hearty breakfast, you belch contently and remark upon your foresightedness in ensuring Coastway's larders were well stocked. However, as soon as the words leave your lips, you notice the suddenly panicked look on your servant's face. My Darandar, you just ate the very last pickled boar's head, and almost all of our other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. Furthermore, your servant continues to drone on, but you are too aghast to listen. No more pickled boar's heads. This isn't good. Well, we're running out of food, and I think this is a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.